James Gordon March was an American political scientist, sociologist, and economist. He is best known for his research on organizations, organizational decision making, and organizational behavior. A trilogy of works published within a span of 7 years led to the opening of an entirely new and broad field of study. His seminal book, Organizations, written jointly with Herbert A. Simon in 1958 and 5 years later, Behavioral Theory of the Firm with Richard M. Chirac in 1963, and the edited volume Handbook of Organizations injected uncertainty and internal resource allocation problems among other complexities. The book, co-authored with Seart, challenged prevailing assumptions that firms exist to maximize profit and have perfect knowledge. His later research focused on understanding risk-taking, decision-making, learning, and leadership, drawing lessons from literature and literary classics. March held professorship at Stanford Graduate School of Business, Graduate School of Education, and School of Humanities and Science. He is credited with transforming the field of political science, economics, management, psychology, sociology, and education. In addition to his prolific academic writing, he authored 11 books of poetry and 2 films. Throughout his career, he remained an inspirational teacher, winning Stanford's Walter J. Goss Award for Excellence in Teaching in 1995. The scope of Jim's research interest was breathtaking, as was his passion for teaching, said Jonathan Levin, Philip H. Knight Professor and Dean of Stanford Graduate School of Business. The behavioral model made a great impact on the theory of the firm. It gave insights in the process of goal formation and fixation of aspiration level and resource allocation. Its critics claim that the theory is unnecessarily complicated. The virtual assembly of the firm, with the decision-making processes as the unit for the purpose of predicting their behavior, is highly questioned by critics. There has also been staunch support for profit maximization rather than satisfying behavior, which is one of the core elements of the model. The behavioral theory of the firm has become important for much later research in organization theory and management, and has led to empirical studies and simulation modeling in organizational learning, as well as work on the cognitive foundation of firm strategy. March was highly respected for his broad theoretical perspective, which combined theories from psychology and other behavioral sciences. As a core member of Carnegie School, he collaborated with cognitive psychologist Herbert A. Simon on several works on organization theory. March was also known for his seminal work on the behavioral perspective on the theory of the firm, along with Richard Serrett. In 1972, March worked together with Johan Olsen and Michael D. Cohen on the systemic anarchic perspective of organizational decision making, known as garbage can model. The scope of his academic work was broad but focused on understanding how decisions happen in individual, group, organizations, companies, and society. He explores factors that influences decision making, such as risk orientation, leadership, and the ambiguity of the present and the past, politics, and vested interests by stakeholders. The challenges of giving and receiving advice, the challenges of organizational and individual learning, and the challenges of balancing exploration and exploitation in organizations.